Today's show is sponsored by the ABV Barrel Shop. The ABV Barrel Shop is located in the St. Louis metro community of Arnold, Missouri, and is the world's first single barrel only liquor store. This business is owned and operated by Steve Akeley and Jim Fosnot. Head over to abvbarrelshop.com to sign up for their email and text distribution list. That way you'll know what they have in stock, what classes are coming up, and what barrel picks they have in the works. We are also sponsored by The Bar to Go. The Bar to Go offers a fully customizable carrying case that allows you to take your favorite distilled spirits or cocktail ingredients with you. Whether you're looking for yourself, a customized gift, or logo items for your business or event, The Bar to Go can help. Check them out at thebar2go.com. Use the number 2 when you type out The Bar to Go. Did you know Neely Family Distillery now ships its popular distilled spirits directly to you? To order, simply call 859-394-3258. Tell them the ABV Network sent you. And now, on to the show.
Let's drink!
Welcome to the Bourbon Daily, the podcast about everything bourbon delivered to you every day of the week. Today on the show, we discuss what might be next for Jane Bowie and Denny Potter. My name is McNew. Please join me in welcoming my co-host, Steve Akeley, along with our special guests, Miss Beka Sue and Kathy Cool.
Hey, gang, what's up?
Hey, guys.
Hey, so yes, we're going to be talking today about Denny Potter, Jane Bowie. Nothing's come out yet. I'm kind of surprised. I thought we would kind of hear this by now, but we haven't. So it's been 2 weeks since they made the announcement, a week since they've been gone from Maker's Mark, so we'll see. As we record this, I don't know exactly when this is coming out. It'll be a little bit later. It could be announced by the time this comes out. We'll see. But our speculation is based on the fact we don't know anything at this point, and we'll see what we come up with. But before we get to that, Kathy said there's something she want to talk about. What is that, Kathy?
My question is, how many fries can your significant other take from you before you get annoyed?
0. You can go fucking self.
I think I'm 0 as well. Yeah. Because I would be like, fries are not expensive. You can buy your own. Why didn't you buy fries if you wanted some? Yeah.
You guys are going to get upset about getting your fries ate?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I'll be upset. I only want the fries. You can have my meat or whatever else. Do not touch my fries.
I'll be mad at 50% of the fries gone.
Because you don't eat all your food, so that's fine, actually. I've had dinner with Beka. She only eats half of her food anyway, so yeah, that makes sense.
It's called regulating your food intake.
Well, I'm not good at regulating my food intake, obviously, and I want all my fries.
I can do without the rest, but I want all of my fries. You can have anything else on my plate. Do not touch my fries. Those are my favorite part.
Yeah, see, here's the thing. Here's why I'm giving in this aspect. Because I'm the taker of fries. So I am I'm some people's absolute worst nightmare. And in a lot of different ways, but one of those ways that I'm the absolute worst nightmare is I want to try everything. Mm-hmm. And I want to try, you got those steak fries. Well, I need to try one of those. Oh, what did you get to eat? I want a bite of that. I don't want all of it. And here's the thing. I am not taking like there's some people, this is the person that's in the lower stage of hell than me, the people who like ask for a bite and then like eat half of your sandwich.
I just order a salad and then eat half of your food.
Yeah. I just want a bite because I want to know what it tastes like. That's all I want. I want the one singular bite and that's it. And that's all that I need from you.
You're polite about it. Yeah, I would share a fry with you. You're nice about it.
Yeah, I'm going to take a fry. I'm going to take a bite. I'm going to take a little snacky snack from your tray, but that's all I'm going to take. I'm not going to be eating your food.
This is fair.
And so I also have to be giving when it comes to like, if someone else wants to eat some of my fries, I can't be like, don't touch my fucking fries, because guess what? I will very shortly be eating some of your food as well. So
and you're not going to eat all your fries. That's the bottom line.
You're figuring out the trade-off. You got the trade-off.
Yes. So like I said, I am a nightmare to some people because there's some people who are pissed about that. So, AKA my best friend loses it. She fucking hates that I do that. She like sits there and like her fists like get balled up and she knows I'm going to do it. But also I give her a little bite of mine. So like, chill out, Ashley. I'm taking a fucking bite. Calm down. It'll
Calm
be okay.
down.
Get over it.
Fine. You'll be fine.
So the thing is, Kathy said significant others, and Chris and I do not like the same things. So if he stole some of mine, I don't want what the fuck he ordered. I don't like that. And don't try mine because you're not going to like it either. So if it were my friend, if it were my brother, I'm going to share with you. We like the same things. My husband and I do not like the same things. I'm not sharing with him. It's not simple.
So he wouldn't want your French fries.
Chris doesn't eat French fries. He eats French fries. I can look at him and he eats French fries. I can tell you.
He likes French fries. But I like spicy. If we got like some special French fries with seasoning, mine would be spicy. He doesn't like that. So we like very different things.
It's a good way to go.
Kathy, what about you? How many people? How many fries can be stole from you?
I think 5.
5.
Solid number.
I'm going to call it.
Go for that 6th one with Kathy.
Oh no! You did.
Be like,
5's fine. Yeah, 5's fine. 6. That's a problem.
5 means that you didn't quite get as many as you'd hoped, or maybe I got more than you did, and you feel like you're hungrier than me. But once you go for number 6, you better ask first.
Yeah. 6 seems aggressive, right? 5 is reasonable. 6 is reasonable.
It's not like you're going to just take one and eat one. You take
at least 2. You have to eat at least 2 or 3 fries.
Some.
You have to you have to get that salt intake. See, I'm so bad where like it doesn't even matter like who you are. Like I've been out.
Do you go to other people's tables and eat?
I'm not gonna say I've never done that. But like I've been out on like corporate events and like been sitting with like the CFO of our company and been like, can I try one of these? And I'll like just reach across and like you're just not gonna eat all these, right? And I will like eat the CFO's fries. I can only say that because I've done it. But also, here's the best thing about most people. Most people won't say shit, and so like I will be the taker when it comes to that.
Beka, correct me if I'm wrong here. Well, let's go back to early. Beka comes into Kentucky. We're talking early days. This is pre-marriage. This is wasn't an early story that I heard like you stole one of Roy's fries, who would be your future father-in-law, and he loved it. It was like ended up being an icebreaker. So it might have been a fry or something else, but you stole some of his food and started eating it.
Would check out with me. Yes.
Right. I don't remember what it was, but like I think I remember that story. I think it's true. Yeah.
I can't help it. See, like I come from a family where like we all order different food, and then we all like give each other we cut a piece off and like hand it like each other like the fork and be like, try this, okay, everyone. Like we like literally give everyone a taste of our food, and like that's just what we do. Like that's like part of our like, I don't want to say tradition, but like that's just what we do. It's like everyone gets a different thing to eat because we all want to taste everything. And so, but also like since we want to taste everything, like some of your food is going to be passed out to someone else as well. So like it's just what we do. Yeah. A lot of families are not like that, and I understand that, but also like it terrifies so many people so fast that they don't know what to say when you're like, let me just steal a little slice of that.
I remember Steve putting like a beard hair across his plate.
I should, yeah,
next to you, just to protect it.
I'll pluck that shit out. I don't give a shit. I am tasting that food. What do you got? What kind of food is that? I'm tasting it, and I don't care. And I'll give you a bite of my food. That's the thing, is there's a handoff. There's a trade-off. You can have a bite of my food. I take a bite of your food. We need to taste everything on the table, because what if I got the wrong thing?
What if you didn't, though?
What if I didn't? What if I did? What if I did get the wrong thing?
I am totally on board with this for new restaurants, but if it's the same place you go like every Thursday,
then we would. Well, unless.
All right. What do you guys think of this?
Steak, but also I kind of wanted the chicken, and so I need a bite of the chicken to fulfill that chicken fantasy of mine. But I still have my steak, so it's okay.
Never as good as the steak.
What do you think of this? So I was a sales guy for many years, and we travel if there's a trade show or something, all the sales team travels. We're out on expense report, so we'd have dinners at nice places, and when it come time for dessert, none of them, because they're all eating healthy, would never get dessert. But I was a fat guy. I wanted the dessert, so I'd order the dessert, and guess what they do? They all start grabbing their forks and be like, "Give me a taste." I'm like, "Fuck no! You're on expense. But order your own fucking dessert. Take one bite and throw it away. I don't give a fuck. Don't take a bite of my shit." Oh,
I'm there for that.
That angers me. Well,
But
go ahead.
I get
There has
it.
to be an agreement beforehand before you share dessert.
Exactly. They all start grabbing these forks. There's like 4 of them. I'm like, no, I thought you were eating healthy. Well, it's just going to be a bite out of my dessert.
you wanted the whole thing.
Exactly.
But-
I didn't
but
order it and be
also-
like,
Depends on the
I mean-
size. I also want, like, I personally want to share my food. Like, I want people to taste stuff that I'm tasting. If I think it's fantastic, like, I'll like force it on you if I think it's really good. But if you don't want anyone to taste your stuff, then don't look like you're enjoying it. Be like, oh,
yeah,
oh,
it's
this
terrible.
is horrible, guys. Why did I even order
Oh, they
this?
really messed
Don't
this
make a
up.
bad
But-
face. If you don't want anyone to touch your
don't
food.
you take table cues though? Like, so why are you ordering dessert if nobody else orders dessert? Like,
Because fuck those
How do
people.
you know?
Look at me.
No, because fuck those people,
I
McNew.
always want drinks. I always want dessert. But if I'm with a group like that, and they're like, "Oh, we're not going to get cocktails," I'm like, "Well, fuck, I'll just drink water, I guess." And
Fuck,
be bored.
No,
Are
you
you
don't
joking?
order the
If I'm not getting
cocktails.
dessert, I'll
Those
be like,
people.
"Oh, I don't want any either." Like, I feel
No.
like I follow the table.
No,
No,
don't follow the
McNew,
table.
You're wrong.
set
on
the
that.
Follow your
precedent.
heart.
You gotta if you want
Be a
that
leader.
cheesecake, you want that creme brulee, you fucking get that creme brulee.
Yeah.
Just do
I'm
the
ordering it.
cheesecake.
If I see something on that dessert list that I'm like, I need that. I don't care if everyone's like, well, we're ready to go. I'm like, well, good for fucking you. I'm staying and I'm eating a goddamn creme brulee.
I'm very
Yeah, and you
honest.
know what?
You
They're
can wait.
gonna,
Go
when
then.
they say, "Oh, we're not having cocktails," and you're like, "Well, I will,"
They
and
can
you
fuck
order
off.
one, bet anything you go back around that table and they're gonna be like, "Oh, well, since she's getting one,
Exactly.
I'll go ahead and
Be
get
the
that."
I
trend
never want to be the
setter.
person that's like, well, since she is, I want to be the person like, well, since they are, I absolutely am.
No, you, see,
No, you
gotta
can't
be
worry
the
about other
trendsetter.
people like that.
Just
Yeah.
order that dessert, order that
Well,
cocktail.
That's because I feel
See
like
what
people
happens.
expect me to do that. So I'm like, no, I'll behave today until somebody else does it. So
All right. What we'll do next, we'll take a quick break. And then when we come back, it's going to be time to talk about Denny Potter and Jane Bowie. We'll do that in just a few. Let's talk about the people who make these shows happen. First up is the ABV Barrel Shop. It is the most unique shopping experience in the world of bourbon, as the ABV Barrel Shop only sells single barrels. Owners Steve Akeley and Jim Fosnot select. With over 100 distilleries on board to sell us barrels, we are home to the most unique and diverse barrel pick selections in the bourbon world. By signing up for our email, you will always know what we have in stock. In addition to the single barrels, we'll have a gift shop featuring ABV Barrel Shop as well as ABV Network merchandise. We are partnering with vendors like Art Eatables and Old Man Bay Signs to bring you unique items you can't find anywhere else. We will also have a 24-seat classroom where we are offering educational and fun classes like Breakfast and Bourbon, a series where we pair donuts and bourbon, customer barrel picks, and opportunities to learn from master distillers and other bourbon dignitaries. Best of all, we feature a tasting bar where you can try before you buy. All of this is located in the St. Louis metro community of Arnold, Missouri. If you are in the St. Louis area, please stop by to say hi. If you're traveling in from outside the area, please take advantage of our hotel rates with the Drury Inn and Pear Tree Inn, less than a mile from our shop. This can be done via the links in our Visit St. Louis section on our website. Head over to abvbarrelshop.com to plan your trip. The ABV Barrel Shop. It's where single barrels live. Hi, this is Steve Akeley, owner of the ABV Network. We're sponsored by the Stave and Thief Society. This is where you, a bourbon enthusiast, can expand your knowledge and emerge a bourbon steward. In 2017, I completed my Executive Bourbon Steward certification. It's the most comprehensive bourbon certification program available and connects you with an expansive network of bourbon enthusiasts and professionals. Check out the full listing of in-person and online certifications and join the society today by enrolling at staveandthief.com. Okay, let's talk about the Neely Family Distillery. In 2018, I met Royce Neely at an industry event. He started appearing on our shows, and we became friends during my frequent trips to Kentucky. Today, he is amongst the leaders of young distillers leaving their mark on the bourbon industry. A visit to Neely Family Distillery yields insight on their unique family history, why their products are special, and gives you the opportunity to taste their whiskey, moonshine, and creams. Check them out at NeelyFamilyDistillery.com or visit them in Sparta, Kentucky.
Hey, this is Paul Russo, and you're listening to The Bourbon Daily.
Welcome back to the Bourbon Daily. Today we are talking about what Denny Potter and Jane Bowie might do next.
What might they do next?
But we do assume they're going to do it together, don't we?
I think that's the consensus. Yeah, I think it's a team project.
Right.
Or a duo.
They've alluded to that. They have said they're going to do something together next. Entrepreneurial. We know that. But so that means entrepreneurial.
What if they don't even go into bourbon?
Get out.
They're starting a chocolate company.
That's blasphemy.
Starting a chocolate company.
Well, okay, but that's a good thought. So what if they're not producing or sourcing something? What if they're consultants? What if they say, you want to start a brand? This is what you look for in a distiller. This is what you look for.
I think they'd be good at that, but it would suck because they're good. They're good at what they do.
They're the best. They're one of the best of what they do. So I think that's a good way to go. Maybe.
I think it's a waste of talent.
Yeah. I agree. Yeah. I want them to start their own thing.
Sharing the knowledge. I don't think it's a waste. It creates a new path.
I want them to
go into another brand that's already started.
Yeah,
is kind of honestly what I would like to see them do, because I don't want us to have to wait around year. Because if they're starting their own brand, then we're waiting around a long time to find out what they're doing.
Right.
True.
Yeah.
And they're both so good at what they're doing, though. Like, I think they want a piece of ownership. So they were very involved in like corporate bourbon. They worked for corporate bourbon. It was, you know what I mean? Like, it was Maker's Mark. It was the corporate world. So what if they get some ownership in whatever they're doing next?
They definitely should get ownership, whatever. And I think that's where they're leaving. So yeah. So wherever they if they're going to work for someone else, and I don't know, maybe you pick a smaller craft distillery, maybe they're being brought in, and it's like, hey, we want to go to the next level. Well, maybe you bring in people like, Jane and Denny, and you're like, hey, this is what we've got. Maybe we can blend some of this. Maybe what can we do with what we have existing? And then let's start, Denny, you can start making some new stuff for us, start laying down our new make. I think that would be kind of a cool thing for sure. Yeah. So maybe that's the approach. We'll see.
I don't know. So do you guys, okay, I want to get the general consensus here of, do you think, I want to see what everyone thinks. Do you think that they're going to start their own brand? Or do you think they're going to join in with another, I would say probably smaller craft brand? I want to hear what everyone, their A or B, start their own or their own.
I think they're going to join somebody.
Do you?
Yeah.
Steve, what do you think?
I think they're going to start their own, probably sourcing and then making, but yeah, we'll see. That's my guess.
McNew, what do you think?
I'm pretty torn because either, like, I feel like they're two people that can't lose, but I see them starting their own. I don't see them jumping on board with something already existing because they already have that. Why would you leave one of the biggest brands to do something smaller? So I see them doing their own.
So would you have said Hidden Barn was doing their own when they joined forces with Neely? Or was that joining forces with the craft?
I'd say that's doing their own thing because it's separate from Neely.
That's definitely doing their own.
Different ownership. Yeah, that would be doing their own. If they work out something like that, that's definitely going on.
At least with the blending part of things, obviously.
Right.
But also with here's the thing that throws in the wrench into it is Denny.
Right.
Because he's a master distiller. Now a blender, that's different. Like they could go start their own things and blend in different stuff together. But having the master distiller, then that's where I feel like it leads to them doing their own thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because why would Denny buy into a brand somebody else is distilling? So I kind of get that. Like he might want to have his own thing. But I don't see them starting a distillery. I don't see them wanting to build something to make something ground up. I'm confused there.
It's hard to believe. It's just so much money to get anything to scale. Boy, I saw an announcement today. There's a new one coming to Shelbyville, Kentucky. $200 million.
Holy
$200 million bucks. Yeah.
$200 million.
When do you make your 200 million back?
I don't know. You're dead.
I don't know.
You're dead.
I mean, I feel like if I had 2 million to start with, I would just invest it in things that pay me to do nothing. So I don't think I would start a whole business.
If you had 2 million, you'd be 198 million short. It's 200
exactly.
million.
That's wild. If I had that, I would just be like, what can I live off?
I get what McNew said, because it's hard to believe that they would start up something, say, half the size of Neely Family Distillery, because that would be expensive enough. Half the size of Neely would be an expensive prospect to do. So unless they have some big money people behind them that can do the 30 or 40 or 50, what Blue Run is 50 million, that seems to be, if you're going to want to get nationwide distribution, you got to be in that 30, 40, $50 million range at least. And that's going to be a hard road. This 200 million thing, I guess they're going to try to ramp it up quick, I guess. They got a guy who was a distiller. I think his name's Kevin Curtis. He was a distiller at Woodford Reserve. He's going to be the master distiller there. I saw that in the article. So
what's this place called?
The distillery has not been named yet. I think it's like ISW whiskey or something like that. I think they have a few source brands already. Like Puncher's Chance is the name of one of their brands. So they've been sourcing some whiskey, this company, and now they're going to build a distillery. So I don't know. But
Well,
I
the
don't know
next
that that'll
time
be
I'm sitting down for a drink with Denny and Jane in my backyard,
You'll find out.
I'll try and get the dish for you.
Okay.
Yeah, get that scoop,
We
Kathy.
appreciate that, Kathy.
In lieu of that, we'll just wait and hopefully Kathy will report something back very soon. So on that
It'll
note, we'll
cost
wrap
you.
this one. What's that?
It'll cost you.
Oh, cost us. Okay. We'll pay you when you come on that. When you get that, let us know and we'll pay you, and then you can share that on the show. We'll wrap it up as we always do by talking about where people can find us. Kathy, we'll start with you. Where can people find you?
I have an Instagram account now. It is KK
exciting.
Cask Strength.
KK Cask Strength. All right. Miss Beka Sue.
You can find me on Twitter and on Instagram at Miss Beka Sue, 1K, no C's.
McNew.
I am on Instagram at McNew, ABV.
For me, I'm an easy guy to find. I'm at Steve Akeley on Twitter, Instagram, or Facebook. I've got a website, steveakeley.com. The important website, though, is abvnetwork.com. Check it out because everything that we do is out there. Previous shows, blogs, so much more, abvnetwork.com. McNew, anything else to say before we get out of here?
I would like to remind the audience to please give us a 5-star review. That includes comments. It helps new people find the show, which is very important to us. And if you like what we're doing, we ask that you please visit our Patreon page at patreon.com/the ABV Network.
All right, great job today, gang. Farnitz, we'll have a brand new show for you tomorrow. Looking forward to that. Until then, take care, everybody. See ya.
Bye.
Bye.
Peace. Before we finish the show, let's talk about some great companies that support the ABV network. First up is Moonshine Still Pro. Moonshine Still Pro has a full line of products to help the home distiller. Whether you want to experiment on the stove in your kitchen or you're looking for a bigger setup in your backyard, owner Russell Creed and his team can help. They have multiple still offerings, accessories, and even grain from their partners at Goldstone Mill to assist you in making whiskey on par with your favorite distillery. They can also help you with some fabricated parts you probably can't make yourself if you are attempting a DIY still project. Learn more or order your still or parts at moonshinestillpro.com. Another friend of ours is the Goldstein family at Goldstone Mill. The Goldsteins offer a variety of heritage and heirloom grains to make the finest whiskeys in the world. Plus, they are more than just a grain company. They are truly consultants to make sure the grains they are providing to you or your business meet your highest expectations. Additionally, they work with mills around the country, ensuring shipping is as low as possible for their customers. If you're a distillery, brewery, or even doing this at home, Goldstone can assist you. Check them out at goldstonemill.com, call them at 217-254-6613, or check in via email at hello@goldstonemill.com. Last but not least is the ABV Barrel Shop. While we don't get to play in the allocated bourbon game because we aren't selling the other products you have to do to get those, we do have access via our friendships in the bourbon industry to some really cool stuff. Have you ever seen your favorite craft distiller selling some really cool limited offerings only in their gift shop? I'm talking things like the hazmat offering Distillery 291 did for their 10th anniversary, or Neely Family Distillery's Papaw's birthday barrel. They don't have enough of it to send it out to distributors, so they only sell it via their gift shop. Well, companies like Distillery 291 and Neely Family Distillery have agreed to sell us 2 or 3 cases of these offerings moving forward, meaning our store will have the access to some of the rarest whiskeys in the world. Way more difficult to come by than the allocated bourbon offerings with the national release. Yes, they will be extremely tough to come by, but if you're a customer of our store, you'll have a chance to get them. Get signed up for our email or text list over at abvbarrelshop.com so you don't miss out.
The Bourbon Daily is part of the ABV Network. For more information or to become a sponsor, please visit abvnetwork.com. Thanks for listening and cheers.
This has been a Steve Akeley production.